building those relationships is what I think is a successful.
Welcome back to our Real Community Banking series. Today we'll be talking about helping our community one home at a time. I'm Paul Eckert, a mortgage loan officer of Table Rock Community Bank.
I'm James Coffer, president of mortgage lending at Table Rock Community Bank.
And I'm Lacey Merhoff, a mortgage loan officer at Table Rock Community Bank.
When somebody comes to us for a mortgage, what makes Table Rock Community Bank mortgage division different from everybody else in the community?
I'd say that's a great question. And an easy answer for me is it's the people that make up the department. Yeah, we got the same product that 9 out of other 10 banks in town have, but the people is what we have that I feel is just different. You know, we've got Paul and Lacey, we've got Brooke and Abby, and then surrounded by just a great group of people that make up Table Rock Community Bank and the mortgage division specifically. So you can't replace that. You can't duplicate it anywhere. And the desire for each one of you two to serve people and help people and myself, it far exceeds what I've seen in a lot of places that I've worked over many years of this business. So to me, what sets us apart is the people, the communication, the drive for you guys to help other people and jump on the phone, whether it's a transaction, the buyers, the sellers, or a real estate agent. So I really say it comes down to the people for me. How about you, Lacey?
Yeah, I feel the same way. The people that we have and the desire in our hearts to help our community, to help the people that we serve, that's what makes us different for sure.
I don't see that anybody out there, I wouldn't point my fingers at anybody by any means, but I definitely think that, the group of people makes a department and they make a bank. And for me, that's one thing that stands out for me is this department and this bank. It's made up of a lot of great people. Mm-hmm. And that's what makes it stand out. Alongside
that, whenever you come to Table Rock Community Bank, we are going to be working directly with you. You're not going to get passed around because we have this smaller group of people in our mortgage division. You're going to be working with us. We have direct contact with our borrowers, and it stays right here in Table Rock Community Bank.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. We are a smaller department, a smaller mortgage team than a lot of places. We've all been at different places throughout the years, and I like the personal touch that you get with a smaller department. Mm-hmm. We might not have a department for everything inside of our mortgage department, but Lacey handles that transaction from beginning to closing. We have Brooke, we have Abby that step in throughout that process and help with certain aspects. But the point of contact for the customer is Lacey, or it's Paul or myself, depending on who they're working with. And I think that means a lot and can be a great asset as far as going through the transaction, knowing who to call. Mm-hmm. And You'll always see contact from Brooke and Abby. But if somebody's got a question, I know they can reach out to us and we'll help them as well.
Absolutely. And that creates a huge time saving for the customer as well. Just having the same cell phone number to text, call, direct contact with the customer and not going all over the United States.
Yeah.
So many people set up their division of start to finish. You got 10 different people, and it's hard to stay on the same page when that happens. How many years experience and how does that help you with helping the customer get through the loan process?
So I'll speak up first. I've been in this business right at 25 years. So with that said, I've seen a lot of things. Most recently, as this year, I've seen new things that I haven't seen in 25 years. So a lot of experience in different transactions, different things that come up. It does help navigate that process, and it helps us, it helps us see different avenues of ways that we can improve our business. I want to say that I don't always think a long term in one business is a great thing because maybe someone new to the business has a lot of great ideas. So 25 years is a lot for myself, but I welcome anybody in our department that maybe has less experience because I think they bring a lot of new to this world of a pretty stale industry. It's changed some, but it's not drastically different than it was many years ago. We still have a 30-year fixed, a 15-year fixed, and a variety of other products. How about you, Lacey?
I've been doing mortgages for a little over 23 years, so I have quite a bit of experience too, and that's helped me get experience with how you want to run your business and how you want that experience to be with your borrower. We're always learning in this industry, learning new ways, new products, new things.
Sure.
So
there's always a lot of new products. It seems like it's ever changing.
Yeah.
I think it happens too with the situations you get put in with that experience because new things come up on every single transaction. And the longer we're in the industry, we've probably been there before and know how to navigate that situation.
Yep.
So Paul, how about you? How long have you been around this business?
I have been in the industry since 2012. I've had several different positions throughout the bank and in the mortgage industry, and it always surprises me how many new products get developed each and every year and how we can better serve our clients. What does success for us and our team look like when helping the customer?
Success for me is whenever at the end of that loan transaction, you're at the closing table and you've got to meet a new person, you introduce to their life and everything that they have going on. Building those relationships is what I think is a successful mortgage transaction.
I think that's great. I think for myself, it's very similar. Success is getting a customer, a new homeowner into their home, and not only just getting them to their home and what is the best fit for them, but also working with first-time home buyers, a retiree that's getting their forever home. Success in this industry is based on helping people. In our case, we want to focus on helping people in our community. And that is, success for us is success for our community and home ownership. And I think that is probably what defines our business is serving our community, helping them buy homes and, being there for them through that transaction and after the transaction and earning a lifelong client, customer, and resource for them throughout their home ownership.
Yeah, I would say you guys are spot on. The success for us is gaining that customer, having a relationship, maybe gaining a new friend and allowing them to tell their friends and family about us and maybe being able to help them too and really getting the word out there on how great of a job we can do. What should people consider when choosing a mortgage team?
Answer is going to be different for every single person, but I think one thing that you want to look at, how easy is it to get a hold of the person that you are going to have helping you throughout that transaction? For myself, that would be something important because if I call somebody, I want to be able to reach them on the phone or through email and get a timely response. To me, a timely response is something within the same portion of the day. To others, it might mean something else. But to me, something important to me would be working with someone that I could go see if I wanted to and someone that would pick up the phone or respond to an email. It might be different for others. I mean, we use an online portal that people can apply with, and there's some customers that I might never meet until closing or maybe I never get to meet. And that's completely fine with them. So, one of our designs here is easy access, and we do that through communication through our online portal, whether it's an application that way or we meet in person or on the phone. So I think, any customer, they got to figure out what's the most important to them. And to me, it's being able to communicate with somebody and talk with them. I would see that as being something important.
I would agree, and I'll piggyback off of that. Communication, availability, and speed. Whether it's good news or bad news, we got to get past it. So the speed of the transaction, we got to just stay up front, and communicating that to the borrower is not always fun, obviously, but whenever we're always available, those text messages, they come in late at night and we actually respond, or before the bank even opens, taking those phone calls on the way to work. Yeah, it's very important to have the communication and make that transaction as seamless as possible.
And sort of spinning off that, it's important to our business partners as well.
Absolutely.
We know that agents are out there putting in nights and weekends, working early mornings, Saturdays and Sundays. And so when we're able to respond and doing our best to respond, even in those times where it's the weekend when they're out looking at a house, that's important to us. And we think that's also valued by our business partners out there.
Yeah, I think for our borrowers, they're all going to have different needs of what's important to them. And I think it's our job is to find out what is important to them. Some people that I've worked with, they don't care to meet face-to-face, but I've had a lot of people who that is really important to them. They want to come in and sit down and have a conversation and meet face-to-face. And so being able to do that here in our community and service our borrowers that way, I think all of us work the same way. We need to identify what's important to our borrowers and then follow through with those pieces.
Absolutely.
The world's moving more and more towards a lot of automation. And not that automation is bad, but when I'm dealing with the largest investment of my life, I want to be able to pick up the phone and talk with someone and talk about why this bank statement doesn't work or this tax return isn't, what page is missing. I really don't want just an automated email from an automation system that our business is really turning more to. I see it a lot. There's automated underwriting. There's AI-based underwriters out there today where they are very little human interaction. in that process. So I'm very thankful that we can continue to say, we are their point of contact and a resource for our customers. So hopefully that's important. And if it stays important to people, I think we'll continue to be here and an asset for our community.
I think it's also important that we have a lot of different mortgage products. So, whenever you're working with someone, we have the ability to offer conventional, jumbo, FHA, USDA, VA, a lot of the programs that our borrowers are looking for. So we have that variety.
Absolutely. A product really for every situation out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks again for joining our video series. If you're in a position where you're looking at purchasing a home or maybe looking at your refi options, come by and see us or give us a call.